Welcome to the Silent Pantheon. Enter the silence and enjoy watching and listening. Legend of the God of Death. They called him the God of Death. He was not darkness. He was not evil. He was law. He came when time ended, not sooner, not later. His steps carried finality. His breath stilled hearts. His presence reminded the world that everything has an end. And he wore a mask, not to hide something monstrous, but to restrain what he truly was, for his face was not flesh. It was the boundary, the very edge where life stops. He never lingered among the living. Love did not belong to his realm. Until the evening he saw her. She stood barefoot in the grass outside her small wooden home. The sun was setting behind the mountains, and her hair glowed in the fading light. She was laughing as if death were only a word, not a god watching from the shadows. She planted flowers with careful hands. She spoke to the sky. She believed in tomorrow. And the God of Death, who had never hesitated before, hesitated. He stayed. He began returning each evening, standing in the shadow of her house. She felt the chill in the air. Candles flickered when he was near. Petals darkened slightly, but she did not run. One night she turned toward him and said, "You don't seem evil." He did not answer. Gods of death do not explain themselves, but he listened. To her dreams, to her laughter, to the children she hoped to have someday. And in her words was life, something he could never touch. He fell in love, slowly, quietly, dangerously. He wanted to give her something, not as a god, as someone who loved. He found a rare white lily that grew on land untouched by death. He placed it gently on her windowsill. She touched its petals, and the flower withered instantly. The white turned gray. The stem collapsed. He had stood too close. The next time he brought her a silver necklace forged in celestial fire. He did not breathe upon it, did not touch it. He left it on her table and stepped back. In the morning she lifted it in her hands. The silver darkened. Thin cracks spread across it, and it crumbled into dust. He watched her gather the pieces in her palms, and for the first time he felt shame. He tried to help her garden. One night he lowered his hand toward the soil, willing himself not to carry finality, only protection. By morning, the entire garden was dead. Roots rotted, leaves blackened, stems bent toward the earth. She stood among the ruined plants and wept. And he understood. He could not touch life without ending it. "Why do you hide your face?" she asked one evening. He knew the answer. The mask did not conceal horror, it restrained inevitability. But love is the desire to be seen, and he was weak, for the first time in eternity. Under a pale moon she stepped closer. "I'm not afraid," she whispered. Her fingers touched the silver mask. He could have stepped back. He should have, but he did not. He removed it. His face was not rot, not bone, not terror. It was absence, the boundary itself, the silent force that ends breath. She looked at him, and she smiled. And in that same instant, her heart stopped. Quietly, without pain. She did not die from fear. She died from truth. No mortal body can withstand the pure presence of divine finality. He held her in his arms, and for the first time, the world saw a God who had lost. He could take any soul, but he could not return one, not even hers. And something inside him ignited, not cold, fierce. His roar tore open the sky. The earth split beneath his feet. Mountains fractured. Oceans rose in panic. If I cannot preserve one life, then no life deserves to remain. He tore the mask from his face and cast it to the ground. It shattered, and with it, balance ended. Death no longer waited for its appointed hour. It came everywhere, at once. Cities collapsed in seconds. Forests burned into ash. Rivers dried to stone. Birds fell from the sky mid-flight. Hearts stopped by the millions. Even stone began to crack and crumble. For the God of death was no longer judging. He was destroying. The other gods tried to stop him. Lightning split the heavens. Fire raged. Seas rose in fury. But everything faded, because nothing stands against death. It is the end of all things. And now the end had arrived for everything at once. Stars went dark one by one. The sky turned black. Time itself halted. Nothing remained that could be born. Nothing that could breathe. Nothing that could love. When it was over, the God of death stood in absolute emptiness. No world, no gods, no life, no her. His rage had destroyed everything, except one thing: his grief. And in the endless void, there was not even an echo of her laughter. Only him, and an eternal end. The echoes of silence will follow you. This was the Silent Pantheon. We will meet again. If you felt the legend, leave your mark with a like and step deeper into the silence by subscribing.